Hi guys, Kaza here. Welcome back. We're back with some more Office Lovers with Mr. Haruyuki Otori. Why did I add Mr.? I have no idea. I guess I'm used to calling him Mr. Otori and I just combined it. Anyway, we're back with him. We're on the best ending. Yes, because it's like right in front of my face and I think I'd read that, but I didn't. Anyway, we're on the best ending and we're going to see how this one plays out and tell me know which one you guys think is better. And you can check out the social links down below so you can follow us on different social media. I don't know who us is, but us. I'm even talk to myself in third person. I'm not particularly sure. But anyway, let's get going, guys. Best ending. I want your smile. It'd been quite a while since then. The Christmas sale was over and was nothing less than a big hit. Our products had carried in magazines at a rate never before imagined. Needless to say, it kept the entire team pretty busy. Yes, about that. I was no exception. I had my work cut out for me, working as a secretary still. What's next? Hey, look who's famous now. Oh no, not that. She came over to me holding a magazine. I'm jealous. It's not every day you get to be in a magazine. Well, you can thank Mr. Otori for that. After he announced our relationship to the world, I got dragged into interviews too. I'd only thought it would be that one time, but they never stopped coming. As a result, sometimes people recognized me on the street and called out to me. You shouldn't be. I think it's amazing. Especially the title, The Beautiful and Talented Secretary of Mr. Otori. Cut it out. I didn't get to choose the title. But it's true. You've become prettier lately. Have I? They say women become more beautiful when they're in love. Not you too. Sorry, enough of the cheesy lines from me. It'll tease you too much. Mr. Otori will knock me upside the head. I could see that. Jeez. When people talk about us like this, I always feel embarrassed, but happy at the same time. Later that afternoon, I was in Haruyuki's office going over his schedule. Go ahead and work out the details on your own. All right, I'll take care of it. We ran over it and finished it in no time. Don't you think it's been a little too busy lately? That's a good thing. It means the company's doing better than ever before. I know, but everyone else is trying their best. You've got to as well. However, it wasn't difficult to see how tired he was by looking at his face. I'd have to make some adjustments to the schedule so he could have some time off. I'd like to spend some time with you, if you know what I mean. That again? It's just been so busy lately, but there's always someone else in my office. And whenever there isn't, I go to tease you and you always run off. For the umpteenth time, we're at work, you know? Unimportant. Forget that little detail. No, you need to remember it better. His face cringed. Was he exhausted lately because of the lack of me? Don't you want to spend time with me? It'd be a lie if I said no. When the company was on such a roll, it felt like a waste not to work as hard as I could. And to top it off, it's so busy that he cut himself short, letting his words linger in the air. That what? Never mind, it's my fault anyway. Huh? I had no idea what he was getting at. It sounded like he was struggling to tell me something. The only thing I got from it was that his face looked so very, very sad. Since then, he hadn't spoken a word about it again. And he had been so busy lately that we hardly had any time to talk about anything at all. I just can't stop thinking about it. But that didn't stop it from weighing on my mind almost constantly. I couldn't wipe the image of his sad face from my head. Ever since I had known him, he had never made a face as sad as that. I wonder if I should try talking to him about it. We were lovers after all. If he was worried about something, I wanted to know. My mind wandered off thinking about being his lover and my face went flush. I'm so stupid. You are, aren't you? Ah! So surprised by his voice, I almost fell out of my chair. You alright? Mr. Hyoga, don't scare me like that. I must have called your name half a dozen times. Huh? Really? I didn't notice. It must have been so deep in a daydream that I never heard him. Both you and Mr. Otori seem to be out of it today. Sorry, wait. Why would you say Mr. Otori? Well, I just came from him. He let out a huge sigh and shook his head. The whole time I was giving him my report, he looked like he was somewhere else. Did something happen to him? I don't know. That's why I came here to ask you. But judging my reaction, I guess you don't know either. Sorry. It's not your fault. Anyway, do you have any ideas why? I don't know. Wait, I think of something? I don't know if it's right, but I told Mr. Hyoga about my recent conversation with Haruyuki. I see. It's been on my mind since then. Maybe something terrible happened to him. I wonder. It's just that he usually is always smiling all the time. I've never once seen him with a face like that. For him to be so sad, who knows what might have happened? That's true. I'll look into it. What do you mean? Whether it's something you just don't know or something he can't share with you. Oh, I never thought it might be something he couldn't even tell me. Don't make that face. There's bound to be some secrets, even among lovers. I know, but he was right. We both didn't know each other to the last detail. Obvious as the truth was, it was still a little bit painful to take in. If I find anything out, I'll let you know. Thank you. I'll try on my end too. Be careful, or he'll figure out you're up to something. Alright. I didn't quite like prying into his secrets, but if he was so depressed over something, I wanted to know what it was. All I wanted to do was help him in some way. What I thought to do was talk to the team members who'd worked with him the most. Maybe they'd be able to help out somehow. I went along with Mahiro to get something for lunch. It's pretty rare for you to invite me out to eat. Sorry, were you busy? Not really. What'd you want to talk about? Actually, there's something I want to ask you about Mr. Otori. I tried to explain the situation to Mahiro the best I could. I'm surprised he was like that. Is there anything you know? Even the smallest thing would help. I don't know if I can really help. He's the CEO, and I'm really low on the ladder. I haven't really spoken to him that much at all. I see. There was such an easy problem to solve. I wouldn't be worrying so much. Sorry I couldn't help. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But if I learn anything, I'll tell you. Now that I heard your story, I'm a little concerned myself. Thanks. I was touched by his concern. Caring about Mr. Otori meant he cared about me too. You've changed. What? It's like you've become more pretty. Huh? Forget I said that. He became embarrassed and hid his face. After lunch with Mahiro, I went and visited Mr. Kaido. I have a feeling this is not helping my problem. So that's why you came to me. Explain the situation to Mr. Kaido as well. Do you have any info that would help? What makes you think a normal employee like me would know anything about him? Mahiro said the same thing. But you still decided to ask. Sorry. Hold on a second. He stood up from his seat and went away. After a little while, he came back with Ken tagging along. I thought Ken was only visiting, like temporary. Why is he still here? Ken, what are you doing here? I've got a meeting. Oh. I heard what's happening with Mr. Kaido. Do you know anything? I was thinking maybe he was just exhausted from his work. I mean, he's so busy as hell for who knows how long now. That's true. He hasn't had any time off. I'm sure he's just tired. I wouldn't worry. I hope that's it. Maybe I was just been worrying too much. Anyway, I saw your article in the magazine. It was great. It was good to see your interview went smoothly. Thanks. I looked at it too. Doing interviews is fine, but don't forget your main job is here. I won't. I slumped back to my desk, no closer to the answer than I was before. I could only hope that he was simply tired and needed a break. But something about that didn't seem right to me. Mr. Otori, I brought the reports you wanted. Thanks. I ventured to his office to deliver some papers. Where do you want me to put them? Haruyuki? Huh? What? These papers. Where do you want them? Thanks, that was quick. Okay. He didn't seem altogether there. Like, he was in a daze. Mr. Otori, can I ask you something? I put down the papers and went to his side. What is it? I stared at his face closely. Huh? It looked like the energy had seeped out of his face. I couldn't tell if he was listening to me or not. If you look at me like that, I'm going to want to kiss you. The words that came out of his mouth were the same as usual, though. What's wrong? It's unusual for you not to say anything. Mr. Otori, is there something you need to tell me? Need to tell you? Uh-huh. That's right. I need you to go over next week's schedule again. Is that it? Huh? Yeah, that's it. Fine, I'll be right back. I headed back to the office to get what I needed. He was acting so strangely, but he wouldn't tell me a thing. Could it have been something he was trying to hide from me? Sorry to keep you waiting. Mr. Otori, I'm back. Oh, sorry. It's fine. I read him back the schedule, but he only responded with tired and other replies. It got to the point where his behavior was starting to tick me off. Haruyuki, snap out of it! What? Why are you shouting all of a sudden? I moved towards him. Are you even listening to me? Of course I am. Then what is in the afternoon next Wednesday? Oh, yes. Meeting a client for dinner. But that's on Tuesday. Wednesday is a product meeting. Yeah, I knew that. Just a day off. Are you really paying attention? You don't have to get angry. Haruyuki! What? Are you hiding something from me? Huh? Lately, you haven't been yourself at work at all. Even Mr. Hyoga noticed. It's like you're off daydreaming or something. Is there really something you can't tell me? But then you don't have to. Everyone's getting worried about you. It's fine if you need to ask for help. I didn't think anyone had noticed. If you're exhausted, just tell me. I can change the schedule so you have more time off. That's why I'm here, to help you. Sakiko. He stood up, reaching his arm over my head and stroked my hair. If it's caused you to worry this much, I might as well tell you. I've been actually worrying about something for a while. He looked at me with eyes that told me how serious he was. In the past, there was this plan. What kind of plan? In order to help the company, I took advantage of a woman. You mean... He waved his arms in the air, making gestures along his story. But you see, I really fell in love with that woman. Okay. We started seeing each other and flirting as couples do. But soon, she became too occupied by work and interviews for us to be together. It was my fault that she got dragged into having to do interviews, and I regret it. Oh, but my beautiful dove, you have flown far away from me. How long is this going to take? What? You don't like it? I've only just begun. Could you give me the abridged version? With my plan, I was able to fall in love, but now both of us are too busy. I should have had you refuse interviews and just stay on my side as a secretary. Is that what you want? I'm yours and you are mine, but other people have been taking you away from me. What? After worrying about him so much, this felt like such a waste of time. I'm leaving. I tried to listen to his words, but it was all seemed like a joke now. What? Why? You said you wanted to know what I've been worried about. Do you have any idea how worried I've been over you? You were? I went around asking everyone if they knew what your problem was. Sorry, I didn't know I worried you that much. Don't act like that again. But I'm not lying when I said I was worried. There's all these nice guys around you. What are you talking about? His words and feelings seemed to be a mess. I couldn't figure out what he meant. Haruyuki, I know we've been busy and haven't got to see each other often lately. But no matter what, I'm always yours. The only person I have in my heart, and no one can take that part of me away. It was embarrassing just to say it, but I had to convey my feelings. If you say so, I'll just have to live with that. Good. So there you have it, guys. You have no chance with her. What? I was confused that I didn't notice him looking at the door instead of me at first. I followed his gaze to the crack-open door to see familiar faces. What in the world are they doing here? Waiting, since before your little speech. What? Had they heard everything? I felt so embarrassed that I wanted to hide and cry. Sakiko. What? Oh, another picture. Where do we kiss a lot in this? At least both endings said kissing. Yes, the last put. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, he twisted my body around towards him and kissed me on the lips. Stop it! What are you doing? Kissing you, of course. From the other side of the door came the sound of applause. Stop! People are watching. All the better. I told you. I want everyone to know that you're mine. That doesn't mean... You cut my words off short with a kiss. It was a different level than before, wild and passionate. Your cute little face is mine. All mine. I won't let anyone else see it. He leaned and pushed the door shut while holding on to me. They'll have to pay if they want to see more. But they clicked the door locked shut. Huh. That's better. Alone at last. Haruyuki, what about work? That can wait. It's about time we took a little break for ourselves. He squeezed me tight and kissed me again. His third kiss filled my body with a gentle warmth. It quickly overcame my senses to the point where I couldn't argue anymore. I'm glad we're finally alone too. I'm sure work would have become more and more hectic. With that, the time I could spend with Haruyuki would likely dwindle. But even so, you're all mine. My heart was firmly rooted with him. It belonged to him forever, and I was sure he felt the same way about me. Yay! Finished the best ending! Which was the best ending? Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. I'll say volume video, where we'll be doing sequel updates there in our gallery. Yay! Until then, I'll see you later. Bye! Kaze out.